Question 2 continued. So Paul's buying a new TV. Let's have a look. So it's advertised at this. So the advertised price is that. He decides he's going to use a payment plan. So payment plan is where you don't pay for something right up front. This happens a lot with houses. Happens a lot with cars. And I kind of draw a decent car. Probably not. I mean, I don't know if you would buy anyone buy this car, but yeah, it happens a lot with cars. Happens a lot with houses. Big ticket items. This is called a mortgage, and various names for the car ones. But anyway, yeah, it's not uncommon. So what usually happens is you pay up a certain amount over a period of time, and for the privilege of not having to pay up front with all your cash, you pay a wee bit of interest. So you pay usually a little bit more. Sometimes you have to put a deposit down to begin with. So you might have to pay a deposit, a little cash sum to begin. Then you do your kind of pay every month. And then maybe sometimes there might be something at the end, maybe a little final payment. And that usually equates to a little bit more. And depending on how good the deal is, it'll be a little bit more or a lot more. Who knows? Okay? I know with a house, if you borrow about 100 grand from the bank, depending, you can sometimes pay about, between 150 and 200,000 pounds back over the course of your life. The borrow rate is about, for every pound you borrow, you're paying back about £1.50 or £2, depending on your deposit and all the rest of it. So quite a lot, actually. But anyway, that's all background to what's going on. So the total cost using the plan, as I said, a little bit more than the advertised price. So he's paying about £20 more-ish to not have to pay up front. And this is how we're going to do it. So he's going to pay a deposit of a fifth of the price, then 8 payments, and then a final payment. So what is the monthly payment? Okay, well, let's think about it. The total amount is going to be the deposit plus 8 installments. I'm going to call that 8 payments, right? Plus £100 at the end. Very similar to what I said. So can we work out the deposit then? So a fifth of the advertised price. Okay, so the deposit, take the advertised price of 825. If I just divide that by 5, that's a fifth, isn't it? So 1, that'll be 6, carry the 2, and 5. Actually zoom in a little bit, if my pen's not quite how I want it to be. So I know the deposit is £165. Fantastic. And I've still got my 8 payments. So I'm just going to say 8 pays, put them together. Yeah, 8 pays plus £100. And that should all come out as the total, which was 845.80. So 845.80. I wonder actually if I can just. I'd love to just move this away. Can I? Oh no, I'm doing stuff I shouldn't do. Never mind. I'll just rub it out. We also haven't got there. In fact, what I'll do, I'll just put it on the side here, for just in case someone comes along and wonders what's going on. So 165 was the answer, and it was, sorry about this, guys, 825 divided by 5 right here. It's like a little guitar or something right here. So now we're going to rearrange this formula to work out the payments, okay? So I can put these two together to make life a bit easier. So I'll say that's 845.80. And actually, I'm a bit bad there. I should keep that in 2 decimal places. So that's 265 plus 8 times the payments. Now this is where your BODMAS comes in. If I'm rearranging this, I'm going to do BODMAS in reverse. Okay, I don't want to do my multiply first. I want to do the add first. Okay, so to get rid of this 265 from this side, I'm going to take away 265 from here, but also have to take away 265 from this side as well. Okay, what you do to one side, you do to the other, and to undo something, you do the opposite. So to get rid of plus 265, I'm taking it away. So that's going to be a 0. 8 take away 0 is 0. 5 take away 5, it's going to give me 0. 4 take away 6, I cannot do, I need to borrow. 14 take away 6, it's going to be 8 and 5. So now I've got 580 is equal to 8 times the payments. And next, sorry, I was thinking, I was like, oh, maybe was it? That's 8 take away 0, so obviously 0 is 8. Sorry, yeah. So 580 is 8 times the payment. So how do I undo times them by 8. Well, to undo that, I'm just going to divide by 8. So that number divided by 8 is going to give me the payments. So 0, carry the 5. There's not 5 in there. 8 watts are 58. 8 times 8 is 64. 7 8s are 56. Carry the 2. 8, 16 is 2 again. Carry the 4. And then 6 8s are 48. And that will be 0. So we've got £72 and 60 pence. Final answer. So there's a few things in this that aren't wildly easy. I think the regular numeracy, it can be a wee bit tough. So, practice this. Don't lose marks on your numeracy. But let's see what the marking scheme was saying. You were getting a mark for doing your fifth. So this was worth 1 mark to you. I'll do this in a black pen. We have a mark for the 165. So right away, knowing what a fifth was, fifth of the advertised price, we have 1 mark for that. That's not bad. And then you were getting a mark for this line, where you were saying 845 is equal to, take away the 265 is equal to 588. So this bit in here, you were getting a mark for. Okay, so knowing your strategy, and then the final mark was for the divide. So actually, just again, if you look at this and go, I'm not really sure, having this was 1 mark already, but then knowing to take these 2 amounts away from this was worth your other mark. Yeah, so that's not bad. And sometimes it can be hard to think about rearranging, but just try and think on it as like a number machine. So what are you, and you're working back from the number machine. Do you know what I mean? So you, in this case, you'd be this plus this. You're saying that the deposit plus the £100 plus 8 payments is going to get me to my total. So you're just doing the opposite of this to get over to that side. So take away 100, take away D is the and divide by 8. But if you can kind of get that in your head, brilliant. If not, there's still a really good mark for just knowing how to divide and to do your fractions. And I would triangulate later like this to see if anything pops into your head. If you look at the question and you're not sure, just try and get some working down. Okay, and we'll do this in another video.